Hey, how's it going guys? mltmagictricks here. So in today's video, I'm going to be performing and then teaching you this awesome no setup card trick that is perfect to perform anywhere, anytime, even with a borrowed deck of cards. So I do recommend you guys stick around to learn this card trick. But before we get into the performance, if you guys are new here to my channel, make sure you subscribe for more card and magic trick performance and tutorial videos like this one. And also guys, we are coming up on the 200,000 subscriber milestone, which is really awesome. So once again, if you are new here, make sure you subscribe because once we hit 200,000 subscribers, I'm going to be announcing a new Amazon gift card giveaway that's going to be taking place here on the channel. But anyways, guys, let's get straight into this performance. Okay, so I'd start off this trick by having my spectator shuffle up the cards as much as they want to until they are satisfied. So once my spectator's done shuffling, I would ask for the deck back and have them choose a card. This is a free selection, so let's say my spectator chooses this card right here. Now for this trick, I do not want to look at the card, so I'm just going to be showing you guys. That's going to go ahead and be your selection right there. I promise I'm not looking at it. I'm going to first go ahead and get your card lost somewhere here into the middle of the pack. Go ahead and give the cards some cuts like this. I'll give the deck a quick riffle shuffle like so, really losing your card somewhere inside the middle of the pack. Now at this point here, with your card lost in the deck, I would have my spectator cut the cards roughly in half wherever they want to. So let's say they cut the deck right about here. Now I would ask my spectator to choose one of these two piles. So let's say they choose this pile right here. I would ask them to give me this pile, and we're going to keep the other one right here off to the side for now. And at this point here, I would go ahead and give this pile, I'll just give it a quick riffle shuffle, mixing up the cards. And what we're going to be doing here, guys, is dealing with the top 5 cards in this pile. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the cards face up like this. And what I would do is I would show my spectator these 5 cards face up, and they would tell me at the end if they saw their card out of one of these 5. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys 5 cards here. We have the Jack of Hearts, the Queen of Hearts, the Queen of Diamonds, the 3 of Diamonds, and the Ace of Diamonds, just like this. Now I would ask my spectator if they saw their card, out of one of those 5, and they would go ahead and say yes. And now one more time here, guys, we have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards, just like that. I would go ahead and place these 5 cards in between my spectator's hands, just like this. I would snap my fingers over their hands, with the cards in between them. I would have them take out the cards and deal them one at a time face up, just like this. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4 cards. So clearly, guys, here 1 card has disappeared from the pack. Now, if we go to the deck that has been in your sight the entire time, I'm going to spread out these cards face down, just like so. And you guys will see that 1 card is face up right here in the middle of the deck. And this card that is face up is not just any card. It should be your selection right here, the Queen of Diamonds. So guys, that is the card trick. I hope you enjoyed this one. And if you want to learn how to do it, make sure to stick around for the tutorial. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed that performance, and now let's get straight into the tutorial here for this card trick. So this is a very classic effect known as the Biddle card trick, and there are quite a few variations of this card trick, and I performed, one of the variations in the performance there, and I'm going to be teaching you guys that specific variation in the tutorial here. And in my opinion, the Biddle card trick is one of the best, if not the best, impromptu, no setup card tricks to perform, just because of how great of an effect it has. And literally all you need for this trick is a deck of cards, no setup, no gimmicks, nothing like that. If you get just a borrowed deck lying around, you can do this trick with that deck. So that is why I, think the Biddle card trick is one of the best, if not the best, no setup impromptu card tricks. Now, you're going to start off this trick by having your spectator shuffle up the cards as much as they want to. And also, guys, this trick, sleight of hand-wise, is not too difficult to perform. There may be one move that you need to practice if you are a beginner out there, but overall, this card trick is great for all levels of magicians to perform. And you're going to start off, like I said, you have your spectator shuffle up the deck, then you're going to have them go ahead and choose a card. It is a free selection, which is great, so they can go ahead and choose the card there. And now, for this tutorial here, we'll go ahead and turn it over, but when you're performing this trick yourselves, you're not going to want to look at the card. It makes for a better effect if you don't see it, and like for this trick, guys, you're not going to want to look at the card. But like I said, for the tutorial, we'll go ahead and turn it over. So in this case, we have the Ace of Hearts now. All you need to do here is control your spectator's card to the top of the deck using any method you want to. And don't worry if you don't know any methods. I actually made a video the other day teaching you guys 3 card controls that are really effective and very useful. I'll go ahead and leave a link on the screen right now to that video, so go ahead and check that out if you don't know how to control a spectator's card to the top. But easiest way, you just go ahead and do a double undercut there. You put in your spectator's card, you come over with your thumb, you push downwards and inwards at the same time. creating this natural thumb break. And you go ahead and just control the card to the top. You just break off half the cards from the bottom of the break like that. You take the rest of the cards from the break, bring them to the top, and you've just controlled your spectator's card now to the top of the deck. So at this point, with your spectator's card at the top of the deck, you need to keep it there. You can just do a riffle shuffle, maintaining the card there on top. You can do some false cuts, whatever you want to. Just keep the card at the top of the deck, just like so. Now, with the card here on top, what you're going to do is, for this variation, you're basically going to have your spectator cut the cards wherever they want to, roughly in half. So let's say they cut the deck right, let's say right about here. Now, what you're going to do is basically some Magician's Force right now, because no matter what pile your spectator chooses, you're going to need to use this pile, which was the top of the deck. So one more time here, your spectator cuts, keep watch of the pile that has their card, essentially, it's on top of the deck. So your spectator cuts right here, you keep watch, okay, you need to use this pile. So what you're going to say is you're just going to tell your spectator to choose a pile. It does not matter. So let's say they choose the pile that, has their card. You're going to say, perfect, okay, go ahead and hand me that pile. You're ready to go. You keep the other one off to the side. But let's say your spectator chooses this pile. Don't worry, all you need to say is, okay, just go ahead and place this pile off to the side. We're going to get to that one in a second. And you're going to tell your spectator, okay, go ahead and hand me the remaining pile. Now, obviously, you guys do that. Either way, you're going to end up with this pile, which has their card on top. Now, at this point here, you can just go ahead and give this pile a quick riffle shuffle. All you need to do is maintain their card on top there. The rest of the order cards does not matter. And now what you're going to do here is basically get their card into the middle of the top 5 cards. And all you need to do in order to do that is you're going to kind of talk to your spectator, say, okay, we're going to use a top 5 cards for this part of the trick. You're going to slide off their card like this. Then you're going to go 1, 2. You're going to slide off 2 cards directly on top of it, and then 2 cards right below it. So now you have 5 cards isolated from the deck, and you have their selection right there in the middle. That's what you want. So at this point, you're going to turn these cards face up. Maintain a pinky break here. You're going to transfer over with your other hand like this, getting a thumb break, separating the 5 face-up cards from the rest of the pack. And at this point, you're going to tell your spectator that you're going to show them the 5 cards face up, and you're going to tell them to keep watch of their selection. So basically, you're going to go ahead and go up through the 5 cards. Make sure they don't say anything, obviously, when you're taking off these 5 cards, because they are going to see their selection there in the middle. You're going to say, okay, we have the 5 of diamonds, the ace of clubs. Then when you get to their selection here, it's going to be the 3rd card. You're going to slide it over, and you're going to get a pinky break just like this, separating their card from the other 2, because the entire move, the secret to this card trick is basically stealing their selection back into this pile. So this is the exposed view of what you're going to do. You have the break here. As you're coming over for the 4th card that's face up, you're going to be transferring this card back into this pile here. So what you're going to do is you're going to come over, you're going to use your thumb that's holding this packet to basically take their card back as you're sliding that 4th card there, just like so. And then obviously, guys, when you are transferring the card over, you need to be careful not to flash it. So one more time here in slow motion, this is what it's going to look like. You have your break, you're coming over, you're gripping the card with your thumb there, you're sliding off the top one at the same time. Now, at this point, it looks concealed. You can't see their selection behind there. You're going to say, okay, we have the 5th card right here, the 2 of diamonds. So at this point, once you have stolen their card back into this pile, that move it's pretty simple to do once you get the hang of it. Make sure you guys are fluent in doing, sliding off each card. So one more time here, I'm going to show you just kind of in regular speed. You guys should not hesitate at all. So you have the 2 of diamonds, the 10 of spades, the ace of hearts, the ace of clubs, and the 5 of diamonds, just like that. It should be that speed. You have stolen their card, just like this. And as you're kind of bringing these 4 cards back over, you're going to drop this packet back on the rest of the deck. And then their card now is going to be the only card that's face up in the rest of the pack. Be careful not to flash. You just put the cards on like that, square them up. Make sure you don't flash their card that's face up in the middle. Now at this point, guys, you can do an Elms account if you want to. This is a pretty easy way of doing it. You don't have to, but I just like to make my spectator think that I still have 5 cards here. So you go, this is slow motion. You go 1, you bring these 4 cards back over, and as you're sliding off this top one here, you're going to bring the one you already slid off back to the original packet. So you're going to say, okay, we have 1, you're going to come over 2, 3, 4, 5, but in reality, you're counting this card twice. So it looks like you have 5 cards, but in reality, you have 4. You can do that move if you want to. You don't have to, obviously, if you don't want to, but I just like to do it because it makes your spectator think you still have 5 cards here. Regardless, you're going to give your spectator the 5 cards, but in reality, it's 4. You can place it in between their hands. You can snap your fingers, wave your hands over, their hands here that are cupping the cards. This part of the trick is really powerful because it makes it seem like the magic is happening in their hands. You tell them, okay, go ahead and give me, take out the 5 cards. They hold on to them. They don't have to give them to you. You can just say, okay, tell your spectator, all right, go ahead and deal the 5 cards face up. They're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. They're going to see there's only 4 cards here. At this point, guys, they're going to be completely confused. They're going to have no idea how you did that. And now you're going to, for the kicker ending, you're going to bring your spectators' attention to the deck that was in their sight the entire time. You really slowly are going to go ahead, spread out the deck face down, and they will see that their card is face up in the middle of the deck, and it transported, from there into the deck. They will be completely confused. This card trick has a killer ending. It's a very powerful effect. It's completely impromptu. Definitely one of my favorite card tricks out there. So guys, that is it for this trick. And like I said, there are, some other variations of this card trick. You can go ahead and search them on YouTube if you want to. But I like this variation a lot. It's really good. It's quite easy to perform, and it does have a great end effect. So guys, that's going to wrap it up for this video. I hope everything I explained made sense for you guys. Make sure to subscribe if you are new here to the channel. There will be a giveaway coming at 200,000 subscribers. That's going to wrap it up for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Peace out.